Hey YouTube, this is Ted from KWG Paintings. I got a request to do this video here, and I'm actually doing it. I'm surprised. It's going to be a big project in my eyes. This is going to be taking apart completely the Proto SLG. Okay, maybe not totally completely. I'm not going to be removing wires or anything. I'm not going to try and go into the grip frame and the board too much. I have separate videos about that stuff. I'm just going to be going really into the actual mechanical stuff about this marker, you know, the eyes, detents, all that other stuff. I'm not going to remove the airport, doesn't matter really for this purpose of this video. I don't want to take apart the regulator. I do know how to, don't think that by me saying that I don't know how to, I do know how to, but I'll make a totally different video dedicated to this regulator. I'm really talking about the gun, okay? So let's go on to removing the macro line first. I've already done my safety checks, but I'm going to tell you what a safety check is pretty much. It's just, you know, preventing any accidental discharge. This has a safety button here that you push to release all the air, but I always check to make sure there's no paintball in the breech with the gun off, of course, and I remove the hopper and the tank and everything, and then I degas the marker before I work on it. It's already been degassed. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove the macro line here. Hideous number of people don't know how to remove macro lines, okay? So I'm going to show you right now, okay? There's a little ring here, as you can see, this black line here. That's a separator. This is actually like a little plastic piece on the hose connector. Pull this back, okay? Now it's been clamped. As you can see, it's being clamped. The macro line will come out with ease, okay? It may require a little bit of pulling depending on how far in it is, but it's out now, okay? So now that the macro line is free, we can unscrew the regulator. You know, alrighty, and yeah, we have unscrewed the regulator. Alrighty, now we have the gun here. We can do the next most simple thing in the world is remove the barrel and pull the swab through it, but we don't have to do that right now. It's already crystal clean. And so yeah, I'll set the barrel aside. Now we just have the raw marker here without a regulator or anything. And fun fact, this alone, without the regulator, is 1 pound 14 ounces. So that's pretty light, but it still isn't as light as a G6R, which is kind of funny. Anyway, yes, let's get to the bolt disassembly here. Really simple bolt disassembly. We've already made a video about this, but we're going to do it again. I'm not going to show you how to lube it or anything like that right now. I just finished lubing it, and I really wish I had got it on video. But I'm not going to wipe it all off for the sake of YouTube, because it's expensive lube, and my money matters more to me than a YouTube channel. Alrighty, so, going to pull this back, pull out the two-piece bolt system. Doesn't get any simpler than this, folks. Two-piece bolt, and remove the plunger, and here's your bolt, and that is it. So awesome, isn't it? Just having two pieces to take apart, it's like so easy. It's like playing with gigantic blocks rather than confusing little Legos. Alright, yep. So here's what we got. We got a completely opened up marker that you can see right down. One thing though that people give me a lot of shit for, I don't know why though, not on YouTube, but just wherever I go, they always say, oh, don't do that, it's bad for your monkey. It's like, chill, dude, okay? But let me tell you, this is totally fine to do, okay? People will argue, you know, I don't know where people get the idea that it's wrong. This swab here is less likely, this material is less likely to leave fibers all over the place, okay? So it's okay if you just every once in a while, pull a swab through your marker here, okay? That's okay. Totally fine to do. Now your marker's totally clean. There's no loose fibers or anything like that, okay? Totally clean, totally fine, totally good. I'm not pulling up anything, you know, it's okay. And I'll pull it away the other way, the other direction. Again, still totally, absolutely fine, okay? So, if push comes to shove, you can relube it. It's not hard to relube, okay? This is the only thing. This is the bolt right here. There's no ram, no anything like that. This is the bolt, okay? Those two pieces, that's your bolt. That is it, okay? The rest is just electronics. Yeah, and don't lube electronics. Please don't do that. Alright, so let's go to detents. What are detents, okay? Another hideously large number of people don't know what detents are, but still play paintball like they know what the fuck they're doing. The purpose of ball detents is to remove any chance of a double feeding, which is where more than one ball is in the breech, which means you hit a ball and another ball explodes in your gun and you have a big mess and your gun's shooting all inaccurately and shit. That just sucks, okay? So the point of the ball detents is to remove any chance of double feeding, and these are spring-powered, spring-loaded ball detents. They aren't magnetic. Magnetic is not as good as spring. Thank you, Proto, for giving you good detents. Now what we are going to do is we are going to take off the eye covers. You take the third smallest Allen wrench in your Allen wrench kit that Proto so kindly gives to you. It's this one here. I don't have a sizing chart here to tell you what the size is, but third smallest. And you just turn counterclockwise and remove the eye cover, okay? And as you can see right here, the spring is right here, okay? We can see the spring sort of hanging down right here. That's for the spring-powered detent, okay? Which is a fun little fact there. And yeah, there we have our eye, or one of the eyes. Here, let me put some light on the subject here. This little thing right here is your eye, okay? That comes out real easy. If you don't want to use an Allen key, if you just want to use your fingers, you just shove your fingernail under it and pull straight out. But I use an Allen key just for the safety of not, destroying my wires or destroying my product. I loosen up with the Allen key a little bit, and then I'll do the rest of the job with my finger. And there we go. There's the eye. Okay, this is the eye right here. And that is the detent falling out, okay? I didn't see that coming, but yes, this is the detent right here. As you can see, the inside doesn't have a detent on the right side of the marker. So yeah, push that back in. And this is your eye right here. This little light right here is your eye. Now what you want to do is you just want to take it and snap it right into the hole. It makes a little snap and it's in tight. Okay, now it's in tight, it's not going anywhere. And then you can proceed to put the eye cover back on. Usually if you ever need to remove the eye covers, it's either because your eyes are, malfunctioning, or you have new eyes and you want to install them, or you just want to clean them, cleaning, if you get shot over there, that sucks, and you don't want a gun that's hurting, you don't want a gun that's eyes don't work, because that could potentially be ball threatening. You don't want your balls being chopped up. And I know that sounded really terrible, but still, either way, your real balls or your paint balls, you don't want them being chopped up. Alright, unless you're a woman, then you're safe. Alrighty, then we have all that other stuff here, and we have our detents, they're back, whoop-de-doop-de-doo, and yeah, I'm pretty sure I covered that whole section of the marker. Let's move on to the grip frame. Let's remove the grip frame. I was contemplating whether or not I wanted to do that, but I guess I will. Yeah. So we take this Allen key here and we insert it. It's got one screw here and one screw in the back here. We just insert like so, and we just rotate. Man, this is really strong. Okay, there we go. Now we've loosened it up a bit. So you get some leverage built up, and then you can do just about whatever the hell you want. Alrighty. So, let's keep going. I can show you the coolness about this marker. Ooh. Here goes an important screw. And let me remove the screw here. Again, gonna need some leverage to undo this. Alrighty. Now, keep unscrewing it, keep unscrewing it, keep unscrewing it. And I will probably have to remove the eyes too for this next part, I think. Yeah, I do need to remove my eyes. So hold on. Little educational experience for y'all. Gonna take off the eye covers once again and remove the eyes from the actual marker. So I can do this next part for you. computer is going to sleep. Not cool. Okay. Alrighty. Screw in these eye covers here. I will be taking out the ball detent too, just for safety's sake. Alrighty. Think it's loose enough, right? Yes, it is. Ball detent is out, along with the eye coming out right now. Eye is free. Alrighty, flipping over the marker to move on to the other side. Okay, don't want all the weight of this marker on this eye. Gonna take this other one here, loosen it up, and do all of this cool unscrewing shit. And yep, now it is free. There goes my screw, and removing my detent. Mount detent, okay. Alrighty. And boom! There goes the marker trying to fall apart in my hands. And there goes me removing my eyes. So yeah, this is the lower half of the marker here. And this is the upper half of the marker here, okay? This is where your bolt's being housed, alright? Right here is the place where your rear screw screws in, and right here is where your front screw screws in. This is your sear right here, okay? Put some light under it here. As you can see, this piece that sort of goes right up into here is your sear. This moves out of the way as soon as you fire the marker. And I'll show you now when I turn this on real quick. I don't know if you can see this. Yeah, you can't really. Okay, so pretty much what happens is, if you guys can see, there is this little circular thing right here, this big circle. There's a teeny tiny circle in here, and that's what comes up. What basically happens is, when you pull the trigger, the little circle comes up. Maybe I can bring it real close and you can see it. Okay, you can't really see it, can you? But that little circle right there in the center of the bigger circle, that pops up really fast every time you pull the trigger. Pretty much what happens is when that touches it, that pushes right up onto this piece right here, which works as a lever mechanism to lower the sear. As you can see, it's tipping. So that's basically how it works. It pushes up on the sear, and the sear drops down like a teeter-totter, and then your marker fires, and that's how it works. So yeah, I think I covered just about everything there is to know about this marker. You know, spring-loaded detents, I explained how those work, how the sear works. You have two eyes here, and I'm going to show you now how to put the gun back together without pinching your eyes, okay? This is a big pain in the ass for some people, but it shouldn't be that difficult. Okay, having fun, sorry. So, let's go to the eyes, alright? What you want to do is, there's a small crevice here that you position both the wires into the same crevice. You push them down inside of this little thing here, and then the wires will have little places they can travel through so that you don't pinch them when you close the marker back up. And this one's being particularly stubborn. I don't know why, but it is. Stop being so stubborn, you stupid wire. Yeah, but it's important that you do not pinch these wires, because they are the heart and soul of your eyes, and if you break your eyes, you will not be a happy camper, I can promise you. Alrighty. So now we have positioned the eyes and the eyes back where they need to be, so that you can safely put the marker back together without pinching these wires and, you know, breaking your eyes, because, you know, they're a pain in the ass to replace. Okay, so now what you do is you position the marker back the way you had it, so that it fits square where it's supposed to fit, without any wire pinching, of course, because we know how much that sucks, right? And then you can just push the eyes right back into place. This eye is back into place, and this eye is back into place. And a way you can tell to make sure that your eyes are working is to turn your marker on. And now that it's on, stick your finger in. When the light turns green, it means your eyes can detect that there is something in the way, and that means that they are working. So you haven't pinched any wires yet. You should feel proud. Now what you can do is you can just go ahead and screw the screws back into place in the marker. So yeah, it doesn't matter what screw you use. It's not like one has a different threading. You can just put them back together. Alright, come on, screw your magic in. Alright, yeah. Oh, I really like how simple this marker is. I mean, sure, it's a little picky with your lubricant and all that other stuff, but I mean, it's still an extremely simple marker, and I'm really glad I ended up getting it, and I don't have a pain in the ass that I want to throw against the wall. I mean, it's a little picky, yes, but it's simple, so it makes up for the fact that it's a little picky. Now what you want to do is you want to take, ooh, there goes a screw, is you want to take your eye covers and put them on next. Take your detents, my bad, gotta stop dropping these damn things, and position them against the spring, or you can just drop them in the hole that they go onto. I guess that'd be simpler. And then you can just push them back on in. Take your your Allen wrench, and just screw them right back into place, right where they go. Just keep swinging, just keep swinging. Okay, so yeah, now it's starting to look like the SLG again. Alrighty, take your detent, put your detent back where it's supposed to go. Put the screw that fell out again, back in, and put your eye cover back in. Take your Allen key and again go ahead and screw it back into place so that your gun starts to look like, well, a marker again. Alrighty, so this is the gun being put back together. Still works. Check on the status of the eyes, can't we? Markers on. Eyes are working just fine, and we are happy campers. So let's put the bolt back in. Putting the bolt back in is really simple. Just line the two pieces up and push the plunger all the way in until it cannot go further anymore. Do not force it. When it stops going in, it is done. Push it in, make your initial turn with your hand, and then use a Allen key to screw the whole thingamajigger back right on in. And you can make a couple of security turns to make sure that there's absolutely no way it is going to pop out at you when you're in the middle of play. Then what you can do is you can take your regulator, you can screw that mofo back in, all the way in, yes. Just keep turning it until you get all the way to the end. And now it is safe to put the macro line back in. So let me do that. Macro line is now put back in, and the gun will shoot normally again. Just want to let you all know a quick fun thing about this this regulator. You can turn it a bit. As you see, I've turned it a little here, and it'll be just fine, okay? It's not like it has to be turned all the way in and it can't move. You have a bit of turning space. But yeah, now it starts to look like a marker. So yeah, this took quite a bit of time. We're running on 20 minutes here. But, you know, I think it was worth it to go over the disassembly of this marker and all that other cool stuff. And yeah, thanks for watching this video.